So, minutiae lists. Taking from the idea of it's the little things that matter, minutiae lists focus on the smaller and trivial details of our lives that we often end up missing out on or forgetting about because we think about the big things of our lives. We often end up defining our days with the bigger achievements and forgetting about the little things that might have made us smile a little more. For example, when I had 3 tests on the same day, I could have easily let that stress make me upset or really distressed about all the things that went terribly that day. But I can also notice that I had a block 4 spare that day, and so I got a break after my tests. Or today, as I have my TED Talk, I can let that dictate how I feel and be stressed out about that as well. But there's also other things that I can be appreciative about. For example, getting to talk to my friends, or just little things that make me smile throughout the day. Our teachers often tell us to not think about our grades too much, that these big things that we stress out about right now and give so much significance to won't really matter 10 years down the road. So it's really interesting that all of these big things that we give so much importance to don't actually matter, but it's the little high school experience that our teachers tell us to think about, or hanging out with our friends, these small little things that matter more in the future. So what we give importance to is what really matters at the end of the day, which is why I proposed building a minutiae list. And to build a minutiae list, we start off with gratitude. For example, I am quite grateful to be alive and well today, despite driving into a ditch. It wasn't really that dangerous, but it is an experience that I like to brag about. And it's an experience that taught me for the future as well. Additionally, I had my friends with me to help me out and try getting the car out. Most importantly, I got to brag about it on Instagram, so I'd love it if you follow for some more. And going back to my friends, surround yourself with positivity. If you have positive people around you, they're going to encourage you to be positive and to feel better about your things, so not so much negative emotions. With this experience again, with the ditch, I could have been really stressed out about it because I was driving alone in a quite isolated area, but it was near a friend's house, so they came and helped me, comforted me while I was freaking out about it, and took pictures with the car. So we enjoyed the whole situation, and now I look back at it and laugh about it. Now on to thinking about things that you can add to your list. Again, realize that life doesn't actually suck. We're so used to picking apart the things that annoy us or the things that went wrong. It's important to realize that even though we can be frustrated about things and not feel happy all the time, things can go right, whether they're big things or small things. So realize that life doesn't suck and make an effort to look out for the things that made you happy or made you smile. And then take those things and make a list out of them, which becomes your minutiae list. Of course, you don't have to think about it too hard. It doesn't have to be anything too important. It can be the smallest things ever. For example, waking up early or getting 5 extra minutes of sleep, remembering to charge your phone overnight, or drinking enough water. For me personally, I love to listen to music, or I love to drive early in the morning because the sky is always really pretty. And then I love to listen to music, so little things that make you happy. They can be quite random too. I love my sweater weather hand cream. It smells nice, and I like to use it because it makes me happy, or smile, I guess. Now moving on to why it's so important to build a list. Of course, this can just be a mental kind of note of the things that you enjoy, but having a physical list and writing down things that you enjoy can obviously be beneficial because it promotes cognitive activity. For example, when you get a car, you might notice that every other car on the road is, for some reason, the same one as your own. And obviously this isn't because everyone is suddenly starting to purchase that same car, but it's because your brain now sees it as important information and worthy of pointing out and remembering. So again, repetition. You write it down over and over again to remind your brain of the things that you enjoyed and think about them more often. The process, it also, by repetition, improves the process of encoding, which is how you perceive information. This information is sent to your hippocampus, where it is either stored or discarded. So again, repeating that information to yourself tells your brain that it's important, it is stored in your memory, and you think about it more. Kind of turns into a cycle where you're repeating that information, think about it more, notice those little things in your day, do those little things in your day, and obviously, makes you happier. So we come to the end of my talk, where again, I'd like to point out to you guys and hope that you take this message home with you, where life isn't going to be easy. It's not perfect, it probably won't be, but there's always things that we can appreciate in our day, always things that we can be content with or smile about. So build a list for yourself, notice those things, and move on with life. And then I bring out my favorite, Frog and Toad, where we are reminded that life is supposed to be taken easy. It's okay to take life easy, not do much with your day, but it's equally as important to try new things, no matter how small they might be. Should I sleep on the couch instead of my bed? A little detail, a little change, but again, makes you smile a little. The effort is there. So thank you for listening, and keep slaying.